Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pits of Motor Chaos. This is your host, Dave. I got on the line with me special guest, Nostalgia Nitro funny car driver, Tony Betts. How are you, Tony?
Yeah, real good, Dave. Real good.
So, Tony, you came in over the weekend into Chicago from the UK for the drag race, right? The Jegs All Star Weekend
Yes.
at Joliet Route 66.
Yes, yeah, we went to Joliet, and at the moment we're in at the top of the Sears Tower.
Yeah, how do you like it?
So, it's awesome. I'm getting a great view over the whole of the country. Yeah. It is awesome.
Is this your first time coming to the United States, or you came here before?
No, I've come here lots of times. We try and come every year to either Bakersfield or one of the other races around the country,
Have you been to Route 66 before?
Not the full Route 66. We've done parts of it, like down in Vegas and that, but it's one on the bucket list that we've got to do the whole stretch of the 66. But at the moment, we've just done down to Pontiac, which was brilliant. We met some nice people and done a lot of talking about cars and racing, which was great.
So how was Route 66 experience for you guys?
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it's one of them things you sort of always dream of doing, and we're lucky enough that we can sort of do it bit by bit. We haven't done the whole thing, but no, it was fantastic, I must admit. It's got so much history with it, and it's one of them things that everybody in England would love to do, I think.
Now, were you there for the whole weekend?
Yes, yeah, we was. Yeah. We had tickets from Terry Haddock, which helped us, and we was there with Barry Young, who obviously with Snap-on and Cruz Pedregan and that. So yeah, it was an awesome weekend. And Richard Hartman was there with Tim Wilkerson, so we spent a few hours with them while they was racing. So yeah, we had a good time. And the weather held out for us, which was nice.
Barry Young with the Down Under Thunder.
That's the one. Yeah. Obviously another English guy who's doing remarkably well over here. President of worldwide sales of Snap-on, and a good friend. So it was nice to catch up, I must admit. Yeah. He asked us if we'd stay till next weekend because he's racing again, but we can't. We got to get back, prepare the car for. We have a big meeting in England called Dragstalgia. And I believe you've got one of your funny cars coming over that's been sold to an English guy, the Chi-Town Hustler car. So we'll be competing up against him at Dragstalgia. So it's going to be an awesome weekend.
Now, did you get a chance to see the brand new Chi-Town Hustler car outside of Route 66 over the weekend?
Yes, yeah, I went down there to chat with the people down there, and the wheelie truck and that. Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah. That's what we love coming here for. You know, we was born the wrong side of the pond, definitely.
Yeah, I like the new Venom car the way you got it now. You know, the old job looked good on the body, but the new body looks even better.
Yeah, we were when I first got the car over. I bought it off of Richard Hartman. It was an Andy Kelly car, and we never had time to paint it. I wanted it to look a bit sort of nostalgic and authentic, but we never had time to do that. So a couple of lads actually done a wrap for us, which we was pleased with. It turned out nice, but over the winter we decided to get it painted and have a bit of fleck and bling on it. And a guy in England called Dave Jones done all the prep work on the body and painted it. So yeah, we're really pleased the way it came out. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it came out beautiful.
Yeah, and like after last weekend, we went out to the main event and in England and done a personal best, which was the 6:03, and then we followed that up with the 6:01 at 245. So the car's got it in it. We've got like the new DMPE blower on it that we bought off of Barry Young. And today we've literally just come from DMPE in Stevensville, Michigan, and just popped in, showed their faces, and said thanks for the great product that they supplied us.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Barry's going to Michigan Sunday to race.
Sorry?
I said I know Barry's got to go to Michigan this Sunday for a race.
That's right, yeah, he's got the new MX-5 supercharger on his car. They tested it last weekend, and he's looking for good things at Michigan, so yeah, should be good, hopefully.
So now with the Venom funny car, what's the fastest run time you've had with that car?
Let's say 6:01 is the fastest we've had, but there's plenty more in it. To run the 245, we're hoping for 580s. That's what we want. We want a consistent car that sort of don't hurt parts. You know, we're self-funded, so it's one of them things where, you know, we enjoy it. There's a bunch of lads who crew with us that have been with us for 20, 25 years now. And it's more of a social thing, Dave, than like the racing's brilliant, but the wives come with us, and my wife does all the cooking. And, yeah, we just have a fantastic weekend, as it's supposed to be, and as it was in the good old days, like, you know.
Yeah. So now the funny car, what kind of car is that car?
What power?
No, what kind of car is it? What year and what kind of car is it?
Sorry, it's a 71 Chevy Camaro. I can't remember the guy's name who had it before, but Richard Hartman bought it off of him and then mounted it onto the Andy Kelly car, and then shipped it over to England with like all the spares and everything, like, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're pleased. Obviously, Richard came over and set the car up for us and give us some guidelines on what we should and shouldn't be looking for. You know, as far as I'm concerned, he's the god of Nitro nostalgia racing. He's a clever dude.
So now
and he's very helpful. I just ring up and any questions I've got, he helps us out, like.
So now what kind of engine do you have, and what kind of engine do you have in the car?
It's all Brad Anderson. It's Brad Anderson block, Brad Anderson heads. Then CP rods and pistons we run in it. And then we've got like the Lenco 2-speed with an ANT clutch. Obviously the 9-inch rear end with the 3.9 gears. And the car's all carbon braked as per the spec and the rules, like, you know. So there's the potential in England for 8 to 10 cars once they all get finished. It's only just started at the moment. And with the Tri-Town Hustler coming over, you've also got another car over there called Apache, which has run a 5.9. So, yeah, things are looking bright for next year, definitely. So we're just trying to keep things going this year so that gives the lads a chance to get their colours out, right?
So now what gallon fuel pump you have on that car?
It's restricted to 21 gallon. Everybody says that we should sort of up that because we don't have to respond to NHRA rules.
Right.
But, you know, if that's what the Heritage Group run, then we want to keep the same as them. They run a 21 gallon pump with a 3-plate clutch, and we just want to do the same, right, you know?
Yeah.
So hopefully entice some more of the Americans to come over to England, perhaps, which would be fantastic.
So now,
I know Richard Hartman wants to bring his car over to race, so that would be good if he could do that.
Yeah, that would be good.
It's, it's an up and coming class, definitely.
So
I think the thing is, in England, like the guys haven't got the money to run the big show funny cars.
Right.
So you might find a few of them sort of stepping down and running with us with the nostalgia cars. It's a bit more affordable, like, you know.
Yeah. So Tony, what year did you begin drag racing?
It was about, I was 30 years old, so it's 32 years ago now. So 86. Yeah. about 1985, 86. I started with a Morris 1000 with a E-Type Jaguar engine in it. And then, as everybody else does, you sort of gradually step up. You want to go quicker and quicker. And we went from that to a sit-up and back pot. Then we got a Vauxhall Forenza, which I sold to a guy in Malta, and went over there and raced and won the championship over there. And after that, I met a guy called Steve Hodkinson, and he built us a car, which was the first 6-second alcohol-altered in England to race. So we held that record for about 7 years. And then I met Harlan Thompson. I don't know if you know Harlan. He ran the Budweiser car in England for a long time. And he knew I wanted to run a Nitro car. So basically what he done, he gave me his backup car and said sort of pay me as you get sponsorship. And which we did do. We ran that car for a few years. Enjoyed it, but found it too expensive, and we couldn't afford it with the big show cars. So we sold that one on, and then we bought the one that we've got now, which is much more affordable, and we're all having fun. So just looking forward to sort of getting some good times behind us. We've only got sort of probably a dozen runs on the car at the moment, so once we get a few more on there, we'll be able to sort of get some sort of set up and hopefully have a baseline that we can sort of work to. Right.
So Tony, what made you begin drag racing?
I think basically my grandfather was always into cars, and I just sort of got on the back of that really, where I was out there watching him work on the cars, and sort of you end up sort of trying to sort of compete against him, sort of thing. You know, he was out there working, I was working on him, and it was like, well, what can I do next? I've got to go quicker, but legally, and that was the only alternative really. But it was just one that came up onto the internet, and so I went and had a look at it, fell in love with it, realised I could afford it, and just went up and bought the car and took it to a few local tracks,
Yeah, so you've been racing for many years now.
Yeah, it's very addictive. It's not just the racing; it's the social side as well. We've made a lot of friends over the years, and that's as big a part as the racing. That's the cream on the cake, if you like, the actual racing. Like spending nights down the garage and working with your friends and that, it's sort of kept me out of trouble, if you like.
So when you first started drag racing, Tony, were there any drivers out there that were inspirational to you?
Probably Norm Wilding was one, an English guy who always turned out a fantastic car, and really respected the car. It's just great watching him race. And then after that would be Harlan Thompson. He's I think he achieved more in the years that I was growing up than anybody has over in England. It helped with the Budweiser sponsorship, obviously, because you can't do it without the money. So he had a good sponsor, which he worked hard for, and was always out there either number one or number two. So you sort of look at that and think, oh, that's where I want to be, and hopefully we're sort of getting somewhere near it at the moment. It's most people seem to like what we're doing. They like the cars. All the guys that work on the car are very spectator friendly. We do talks to students at the track to explain about it, and we all enjoy every part of it. It's not just the racing, like I say, it's the whole deal,
So now, how about currently these days? Do you have any inspirational drivers out there now?
Any what? Sorry.
I said currently, do you have any drivers that are inspirational to you that are racing today?
Um, Obviously, John Force. The man's done everything, and he's 16-time world champion. Built up a team, with his daughters and Robert Hyatt and that. You got to take your hat off to him to, compete against the big boys, and sort of he's up there with them now. So he'd be my number one, I think. But then you look at teams like Tim Wilkerson, who's just on his own trying to do it, and you have to take your hat off to them because they haven't got the big backup, they haven't got the data of 4 cars, they've only got their 1 car, and no, they're sort of both ends of the scale, if you like, I suppose.
So you were at the track when John hit the wall.
Yeah, and so did 2 cars after him, so not hit the wall, but got well out of shape. So, but it must be hard for the NHRA crews to get both tracks exactly how you want it, and you do find that then the 4th car goes down and runs a 3.9. So, you think, well, the idea is you tune your car to the track, you get the chance to walk it. So, really you need to get out there, see what the track's like and tune your car to it. So, we've done exactly the same, must be 15 years ago now. We launched the car off the line and carried the front wheels, and I carried them too far. When the car come down, it broke the A-arm on the front and put me up the wall. So that was a bit of a hair-raising moment, but you sort of hopefully learn from your mistakes, and the more driving ability you get. Steve Hodkinson said to me once, he said, you don't drive with your eyes, you drive with the seat of your pants, because you feel it before you actually see it, and that's dead right, that's exactly the truth, right?
Yeah, it's nice when you can get advice from other drivers out there.
Oh, yeah. So you're getting their experience for free, aren't you? So you've got to take it off of the ones that you respect. And this is what I say to all my crew. I ask loads of questions whenever we go to meetings and that, like I have done this weekend. And then I go back to the crew and I say to them, look, this is what I've been told, that's what I've been told. And you pick out of them bits what you want to use, and what you don't, then we'll just sort of keep it in the back of our mind,
Yeah.
But everybody's got an idea of what you're doing wrong, but it's up to you to pick out what you do want to use, right?
So Tony, when you take the funny car out, how many crew members do you have, and who are your crew members?
When the crew come with us, we've got Kevin Miller's the crew chief. You've got John Mouldy, Ian Walkerdine, Dean Betts, my son, Mickey Moore, Jess and Matt Pym, and then like my wife Elaine, and then Amanda Mouldy, Alison Busby come, and then then all my family come, like my daughters and that, they all come up to watch us. So it is a family affair, it's not just a boys' weekend away,
Right. That's nice when you're gonna have family come out.
Yeah, it's special times, They're things that you'll always remember,
So now, do you have any sponsor currently?
We've got more product sponsors. We've got J. Mackenzie Haulage. He supplies us with the diesel to get to and from the track. We've got Superpower Unlimited. He sorts our supercharger out for us. We've got Lucas Oil. They supply the oil for us. DMPE say they help us with the blower. So yeah, obviously thousands of pounds would be lovely, but we're just grateful for anything we can get, really.
Right.
We can go to people and just say, look, we need a new set of tyres, or we need something done, and 9 out of 10 times somebody will step up to the mark and sort of get it for us, right?
Yeah. Now, do you drive a fuel altered car too?
Sorry?
Do you drive a fuel altered car too?
Yes, yeah, we had the Topolino fuel altered, which we run for quite a few years, but that was the one that we had the accident in. So once that went, we decided to get the funny car light.
So now, when you first started driving a funny car, what was it like for you to get behind the wheel of a funny car for the first time?
It was easier because with the fuel altered, it had like a real chopped down spring, so the vision was very bad. With the funny car, there's so much more vision, and like once we got the power right, it's really stable, and we get good runs out of it. So I just need a few more to get really comfortable with it and to get the baseline, and then hopefully we can give that Tri-Town Hustler a run for his money.
Yeah. Now, did you come up with the name of the car, Venom?
Yes, yeah, I've always liked snakes, so it's sort of it's been with us now for probably 20 years. So whatever car we've had, we've always called it Venom. So the kids love it. You know, when they come and see the car, they can associate with it because there's the big snake on the side. And, we have people coming up and going, "Oh, my son loves the car because of the snake," and that gets you chatting, and then you can they sort of come back, like, you know.
Yeah.
When we had these students, we was showing them how the clutch works and the fuel system and all that. And one of the public leant over and he said, "This is why I love your team." He said, "Because you've got time for the people." And, you know, that meant the world to us.
Now, out in the UK where you live, are there a lot of drag race tracks out there?
A lot of drag race tracks?
Yeah, in UK.
No, there's only one at the moment, Centre Pod. We had another one, but that got sold for housing. So for us to go to other tracks, it's going to Germany to a track called Hockenheim, or you've got one in Finland called Tierp, one in Sweden called Malmo. So it means going to Europe if we want more racing, right? You know. But we get six or seven meetings a year at Centre Pod. And then hopefully the one in Hockenheim, where they get sort of between 50 and 60,000 people there. So it's an awesome weekend, like, you know.
Yeah. Now you only do quarter mile racing, right? No eighth mile, right?
No, it's all quarter mile, yeah, and none of that 1,000-foot stuff either.
Yeah. So now, where do you get all your safety products from?
DJ Safety supply most of them, and we've got the Lehigh system on it, which sort of automatically operates if anything happens with the car. And then Impact supply the crash helmet and fire suit and that. Yeah, so DJ Safety is most of like all the blow restraints and wiper and everything else.
So now, Tony, if anybody's listening to this interview right now and they're thinking about driving a Nitro funny car, becoming a driver, what do you have any advice for someone that wants to start out driving a funny car?
I think everybody should have one go. It's one of them things when, like, my family, they ask me, you know, well, what's it like? And it's just awesome. You know, you can't explain it. It's something that you need to do, but you've got to think about it seriously. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of time. So you do need to make sure that you've got both of those just to get out there. It's no good doing it on a shoestring, because you'll end up hurting something, and that's definitely not what we want to do. So, like with the crew that I've got, I know when I get in that car, it is 110% safe. But that's another worry. I don't actually have to drive, you know. All I've got to concentrate on doing is driving the car.
Right. So now, for you, what are some of the milestones of your drag racing career?
I would say holding the first 6-second altered in England. That was obviously a big one because it's held for such a long time. But every run's a milestone, though. It's just an awesome experience, and you know, to get back into the pits and all the spectators come up, and it's fantastic. I've tried football, I've tried golf, I've tried all them sort of things, but sort of nothing does it for me other than drag racing. So.
Okay, Tony, I'm gonna ask you a few fun questions here before we end this interview. Do you have any hobbies outside of drag racing?
Not really. No. That is my only hobby. I don't do anything else. I don't mind watching football, but I'm too old to play it now. So it's just drag racing. That is my life.
You don't go fishing?
No, never. Well, I have done it when I was younger, but I've not actually done it for probably 30 years now. So I can understand it. You know, I don't diss it or nothing. It's one of them things that, you know, if you're happy sitting on a bank with your fishing rod out there, then yeah, fair play. You know, it's whatever you get your kicks on, isn't it, really? So mine's only down the drag strip.
So now, when you're racing in the Venom funny car out by you, do you have a greatest competitor out there? Someone that's like been always, you know, real close with you, racing head to head all the time?
Yeah, the quickest car out there at the moment is a guy called Tim Garlick. So he has run a 5. He's been doing it for 6 years over in England now, with the Nostalgia Funny car. Great competitor. We have a great laugh with him, and he's the one I need to beat at the moment until your man comes over, and then there'll be 2 out there quicker than me. So it gives us something to aim for, like, you know.
Yeah. So now, throughout your drag racing career, have you won any trophies?
Yeah, we've been first in a lot of the events and that, and won throughout the year. Like at the end of the year, we've sort of been right up there with them. So we're lucky, you know. It's been good for us. We've managed to afford it with the help from others, and obviously the crew will do it for nothing. Well, say for nothing, they do it for food. And my wife keeps them fed all weekend, which is a task all on its own, you know. But they sort of help with rebuilding the trailer and like keeping it tidy and that. So it's a full year's task really, and I take me out to them because they commit fully and they give up a lot of their own time, which is nice, you know.
Yeah. Now you mentioned food, so I'm going to ask you this question. What's your favorite food to eat?
My favorite
food?
Food?
Yeah.
Probably Indian curry, I would have thought. That'd be the one that I would go for.
So what's your favorite beverage to drink?
I don't really drink beers or nothing, so I like your black coffee over here. I could drink gallons of that, so that's quite nice. But if not that, after being at the track last weekend, I'd say mellow yellow.
You drink mellow yellow?
Yeah. We tried it the first time this weekend, and it was great, really nice.
So now, Tony,
I don't think we can get it over in England, so...
they don't have mellow yellow in England?
No, not yet. Perhaps once I get a letter into them, they might.
So now, Tony, if you were able to do time traveling and go backwards in time, would you do anything differently?
Would I do anything different? No, I don't think I would. No. We're happy where we are. We can still race. We can come over your lovely country and look round. So we feel really lucky.
So what's your favorite track to run on?
I would say Bakersfield. When we raced there 2 years ago, and like to sort of come round to the start line up against somebody like Cruz Pedregon was just a dream come true, like, you know.
Yeah, maybe someday you could come up towards Bowser's neighborhood up here in Wisconsin, Great Lakes Dragway.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I must admit we was at the Field of Dreams. We went up to see that, and we was going to go up to Wisconsin to see Barry Young up there, but he come down to Chicago to the race, so we met him down there. So yeah, no, that'd be brilliant to come over there.
Yeah, you'll have to see Bowser's home. You'll have to see Barry's home track.
Sorry. Yeah, he keeps talking about us coming over with our car to race him, so who knows, perhaps if we can get somebody to sponsor that'd be a good one.
You could come out and watch Barry go against Doc Holliday.
Yeah, they was racing last weekend, weren't they?
Yeah, then again in September.
Yeah? Ah, nice one. Well, perhaps we could tie that in with Bakersfield after, and that'd be good. Because I think Barry wants to go to Bakersfield again, so...
I know Barry
gets too old.
I know Barry's running Funny Car Chaos next month.
Where's that? That's in Michigan, isn't it?
Funny Car Chaos is in Illinois.
Ah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I know Jack from DMPE said he was going to help him this weekend. And then he was hoping to do the Funny Car Chaos with it. So.
There's four Funny Car Chaos events this year. They had two already finished. One was last weekend in Texas. Then you got the one in Illinois, July. Then the last one, September in Texas.
Oh, like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds awesome. How many cars do they get there?
I think for Illinois it's like about 16 to 20 cars, and different tracks have more cars. I think the last one's got about 24 cars.
Wow.
But it's mixed up. You got alcohol and nitro.
Yeah, sounds good.
Like the last one, they just...
Next time we'll with Barry, get Snap on to sponsor it.
The last Funny Car Cast that happened over the weekend, the finals was Nitro against Alcohol. The Alcohol car won.
Oh, right. It's alcohol as well, yeah?
Yeah, in the Funny Car Cast, it can be mixed up. Alcohol going against Nitro.
Ah, right. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the same in England. They can join in, like, you know. So it's both of them.
Yeah, the Funny Car Cast event, they tell the funny car drivers, bring whatever you got, whatever funny car you got, bring it and run it.
Doesn't matter what engine's in it or nothing.
Yeah, it could be a big show car, whatever, nostalgia, anything.
Ah, right. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to look forward to that and try and get over in September then.
Yeah. So for you, do you have a favorite movie of all time?
Probably American Graffiti, I suppose, going back in the day. There's loads for different reasons, you know. But I think American Graffiti was the start of it all. Sort of got me into it, I suppose. Looking sort of films like that and Two Lane Blacktop. It's, they're cult movies now, aren't they? So.
Right. Now, what's your favorite kind of music to listen to?
I've got weird taste in music. I like anything from like Izzy, Stevie Wonder, down to the Eagles. You know, sort of a wide range, really. never been one to really be into music, but I don't mind listening to them sort of groups like, Beach Boys, obviously.
So now, Tony, what would you consider to be the fondest memory of your drag racing career?
Good or bad?
Good.
Good. Probably running the 6-0 last weekend. It was nice seeing the other guys' faces, like, the crew when they come down to us. It's nice for them to get something back out of it as well as me, like, Bad is probably putting the one up the wall, which wasn't nice, but luckily, we ended up going through the top end at 12 seconds on the roof, and we wasn't hurt, which was the main thing. Car was a write-off, but at least I got out of it okay, which sort of lends itself to prove that it's a safe sport if you sort of buy the right parts.
Yeah. So now, Tony, can you think of one embarrassing moment you had in drag racing?
One what? Sorry, Dave?
Embarrassing moment.
Embarrassing. It was probably the same one actually, because I got out of the car. They took me to the medical centre, and my wife came in, and obviously she was really worried, didn't know how I was, and she was a bit annoyed that I was okay. My blood pressure was fine. There was nothing wrong. And then as I stood up, the nurse hit me with the crash helmet on my head. So that was a little bit embarrassing actually. That hurt more than the crash did.
So now, if people that are listening to the interview right now want to find out what's going on with you and the funny car and all that, what's the best way for them? The Venom page?
Yeah, if they look on venom.racing at yahoo.co.uk, that's our email address, or the Venom Racing website. So that'll be updated after each event by Vicky, our marketing lady. Or look on Eurodragster.com. They do reports on each meeting, and then Centerpod themselves do live coverage of every meeting. So yeah, there's plenty of ways for people to sort of follow us on either one of them. Or if they've got any questions, just say email us, and we'll get right back to them with the right answers, hopefully.
So now, Tony, how important do you think it is for the people to bring kids out to watch drag racing?
People, sorry?
How important do you think it is for the people to bring the kids out to watch drag racing now?
Oh, massively. Yeah, massively. It's the future, It's the same with the junior dragsters. All right, they might not be as quick as watching all the street cars and all that, but it's the way they start. It was like with Hamilton, with the Formula One starting go-karts, they're the future fuel drivers. So the more you bring them out there, the more chance you've got of one out of them sort of being the next funny car driver or the next fuel car driver. So no, it's good for the kids to say yes, I like it, or no, I don't. But unless they go to the track, they're never going to know. So yeah, please take your kids to the tracks, and I think 99% of the tracks the children get in free. So there's no cost involved, and you never know what you're going to get out of it.
Now, when you're in the pits, do you put kids in the seat of the car?
Oh, every time. Yeah, we have them in the car, photos, it's fantastic. That's what we like, just to see their faces sitting in the car, and then when you come back after the run, they associate the car with you, and it's the whole spectrum, really.
Yeah. So now, are there a lot of junior dragsters out in the United Kingdom?
Yes, yeah, there is quite a few, and there's already, I would say, within the last 10 years, there's probably 20 of them drivers that are now driving either Super Comp or Top Fuel, or so it proves it does work,
Yeah. Yeah, I have another interview tonight with a junior dragster. Did you understand
Sorry,
what I said later on tonight I have another interview with a junior dragster driver.
Ah, right. What, from England or?
No, from California.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Do you know
No,
the
it is definitely the way forward for them. So it's the only way they're going to learn, and it gets them into the spirit of like, going up to the line and the launching and getting the reaction times down. So
do you know the driver Michael Hofstad from California?
no, I don't.
He drives the Nostalgia Nitro funny car out there. He runs at
What was his name?
He runs at Bakersfield. Michael Hofstad.
Oh yes. No, I do definitely.
Yeah. I'm interviewing.
What is it? Their child you're interviewing?
I'm interviewing his daughter tonight. Yeah, his daughter's a junior dragster.
Ah, brilliant. Well, I mean, she's already halfway there then, isn't she?
Yeah.
She obviously wants to get in Dad's car.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got the junior dragster. It's the name of the junior dragster is a Nitro Princess.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
You can imagine them going to school and saying what they do. It must be good for them as well, mustn't it?
Yeah. Well, Tony, I want to thank you very much for taking some time to do an interview with me.
It's been good, Dave. So I'm sorry about the background noise.
Nah, that's okay.
I forgot that we booked in to come up here at the Sears Tower, but I don't suppose it's often you get to interview somebody 103 stories up, is it?
So, do you have any final words you want to say to everyone that's listening to the interview right now?
I'd just love to see you at the track. Keep going drag racing. It's the way of the future. Is get the racing off the streets and back onto the track.
Sounds good. Well, thank you very much again for your time, and I wish you the best of luck with your drag racing this year.
Thanks a lot. Keep in touch, Dave, and safe riding.
Yeah, I'll keep in touch with you on Facebook.
Lovely. Okay, mate. Thank you.
Okay, you have a great time in Chicago. Enjoy Chicago some more.
Yeah, will do. Thanks a lot.
Okay, have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.